Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problem related with y parameters. The problem is obtain the y parameters for the pi network shown. So here this is the given pi network. Now we are going to calculate the y parameters for this given network. So what is the basic formula here? Here I1 is given by y11 v1 plus y12 v2 and I2 is equal to y21 v1 plus y22 v2. So here what are all the y parameters? y11, y12, y21 and y22. So here in order to find these parameters, here we will be making v2 0. Once v2 is made 0, you see these two terms will become 0. And here we will be finding y11 and y21. And similarly, when y1 is made 0, we will be calculating y12 and y22. Right. So here first we start our solution with v2 is equal to 0. So when you can make this output voltage 0, so before that v1 is the input port voltage and v2 is the output port voltage. Now we are going to make this v2 0. So a voltage can be made 0 by simply short circuiting the terminals. So here you see, here the output voltage is this one, right, V2. So I am short circuiting this V2, which means that I am making the value of V2 as 0. Once V2 is made 0, when you look at this equation, this term will become 0. So the remaining terms are I1 is equal to Y11 V1 and Y11 is given by I1 by V1, provided V2 is made equal to 0. So now we are going to calculate the value of V1. So what is V1? V1 is given by I1 into Z. That is the basic formula. V is equal to IZ. Now we are going to calculate the value of Z here. So now you see this V2 is equal to 0. So here we are having only one voltage source V1 and the respective current here is I1. But here we have a current I2. So here the value of impedance is, you have to look from this side. So here before proceeding with that, you see what do you mean by short circuit here? That is the current which flows like this. That is the current which flows in this path. It won't enter into 8 ohm resistance. It will directly select this short circuited path. Why? Because current will always flow through the least resistance path or zero resistance path. So here the current flowing through this 2 ohm will directly take this path. Okay, it won't flow through this 8 ohm. So what do you mean by this? That is, this 8 ohm is not considered because here we have short circuited. So this resistance is automatically omitted. So here the value of this current, the value of this impedance is given by only these two resistors, because here this resistor is short circuited. Right, this resistor is omitted because of this short circuit path. So what is the value of impedance here? Again you see at this node the current divides. So these two resistors are connected in parallel. So what is the equation? 4 into 2 divided by 4 plus 2. This gives the value of the impedance. So here 4 into 2 is 8 and 4 plus 2 is 6. So when you cancel, here we get 4 by 3. So V1 is given by I1 times of 4 by 3. So here in the place of V1 we can substitute this equation. So once you substitute here, what happens? You see this I1 get cancelled. And when you move this 4 by 3, it becomes 3 by 4, which is 0.75 mho. So we have calculated Y11. Now we are going to calculate Y21. So again when you look at this base equation, you see here V2 is made 0. So here we will be having I2 is equal to Y21 V1. From this we can easily calculate Y21. So here Y21 is given by I2 by V1, provided V2 is made equal to 0. So here again you see you have to look back at this same circuit. Now we are going to calculate the value of I2 under the same conditions. Okay, here everything is the same. We have to short circuit this V2. So previously we have calculated the value of V1. Now we are going to calculate the value of I2. So again you see this 8 ohm won't comes into picture because current flows through this path, and no, this 8 ohm resistor is rejected. So what about I2 here? You see I2 is nothing but here the total current is I1 and the direction of I1 and I2 are opposite to each other. Therefore here I2, that is, here I am writing it as minus I2 because this is opposite to the direction of I1. So minus I2 is given by total current I1 into opposite resistance, right? So the current which is opposite, that is, the resistor which is opposite to this is 4 ohm and divided by total resistance is 4 plus 2. So here you see, by current division rule, I2 is given by, that is, I am writing it as minus I2 because the direction of I2 is opposite to that of I1. So minus I2 is equal to total current is I1 into opposite resistance is 4 divided by total resistance is 4 plus 2. So here it is 4 by 6 and finally the answer is 2 by 3. So I2 is equal to minus I1 times of 2 by 3. So Y21 is given by I2 by V1. So here now we know the value of I2. I2 is minus I1 times of 2 by 3. What is V1? We have already calculated. I1 times of 4 by 3. So here I1 they cancel and 3 get cancelled, and finally here we are having minus 2 by 4 which is nothing but minus 1 by 2 which is 0.5 mho or Siemens. Right, so here it is minus 0.5 mho. So we have calculated two parameters Y11 and Y21. Now we are going to calculate the remaining two. So in order to calculate the remaining two, again when you look back at the equation, so here you see previously we have made V2 as 0 and we have calculated Y11 and Y21. Now we are going to make this term V1 as 0 and we are going to calculate Y12 and Y22. So here we are making V1 as 0, which means that we are short circuiting the input port. And here is the current I1 and here is the current I2. So here the thing is, you see the value of I1 is equal to Y12 V2 and Y12 is given by I1 by V2. So here as usual we are going to calculate both the values I1 as well as V2. So how to calculate I1? You see again the direction of I1 is opposite to I2. Therefore minus I1 is equal to I2. Here we are calculating I1. Right. So this is your I1 and again you see since this side is short circuited, the 4 ohm is rejected. Right. The current will only flow through this path, not through this 4 ohm. So here we are calculating I1, right? So what is the resistor which is opposite to this? This is 8 ohm. So minus I1 is given by I2 into 8 divided by 2 plus 8. That is the total resistance. So once you calculate, you see finally here we are having minus I1 is equal to I2 into 4 by 5. So next we are going to calculate V2 because we calculated I1, next is V2. So V2 is given by I2 into impedance. So here how to calculate impedance? We are proceeding by this way, right? But because here we are considering I2. So how to calculate the total impedance here? Again, this 4 ohm is rejected as this input port is short circuited. So here impedance is 2 into 8 divided by 2 plus 8 because these two are parallel. At this node, the I2 gets divided into 2. So V2 is given by I2 into 2 into 8 divided by 2 plus 8. So here once you solve, we are ending up with the answer I2 into 8 by 5. Now we know the value of I1 and V2. So just substitute it over here. Once you substitute, you see here we are ending up with the answer as minus 0.5 mho. right? Just while substituting, you see I2 they get cancelled and 5 they get cancelled, and remaining terms are minus 4 by 8, which is minus 0.5 mho. Now finally we are going to calculate Y22. So I2 is equal to Y22 V2. So Y22 is given by I2 by V2. So here we know the value of V2. So when you substitute it here, you see we are getting the answer 5 by 8, which is nothing but 0.625 mho. So here finally we have calculated the values of impedance parameters. Sorry, not impedance, it is admittance parameters. So at the end you can just write down the results, right? So what is the value of Y11, Y21 and Y12 and Y22? So Y11 is 0.75 mho, and here Y21 is minus 0.5 mho, and again Y12 is the same thing, and here it is 0.625 mho. So this is the final result here. So that's all. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.